Hey, this is a hip back pocket stretch or stretching an area called the posterior capsule. So that's not just these muscles, but some deeper tissues underneath. So to start, you're gonna have one leg up on a chair or a coffee table or a bench. And I want this to feel pretty relaxed. Almost all my weight is on this back leg. From there, I'm gonna let my knee just drop out to the side. I want that to be also a comfortable position, no pain or stretching here. I got this wall next to me in case I feel a little bit wobbly. From there, I'm going to take my opposite hand. So I'm stretching my right. I'm going to take my left hand and place it on my knee here. And then I'm going to push backwards or kind of pull my knee towards me as I send my hips back. And then I'm going to turn my torso a bit so my chest is turning towards that side. And then I'm going to play a bit with where the leg is to try to find a stretch in the back pocket area. My chest is maybe going to go forward and rotate rather than just going down. And then I can play with my knee angle. I can play with rotation to hunt for a stretch somewhere in this back area. You might feel a little on the top of the hamstring or the inner thigh. That's okay, but don't want to feel much pinching or pressure in the front of the hip. If you do, just kind of reset and make sure we're getting the hip going backwards first. So this is what we call a hip hinge. So I'm hinging my hips backward. I'm facilitating that by pushing my knee that way or pulling my knee towards me. And then I'm gonna let the knee drop out to the side. That gives the hip a little more space. But then I'm gonna add this rotation. I can use my right hand to kind of help on my femur, but I'm kind of pulling a bit with my knee. And then I'm playing with my torso, swaying my hips until I get a stretch here. So this one you might have to do what I call hunt around, which means you got to find what's right for you. So yours might be a little more knee bend or a little less knee bend. You might take your sternum and reach it kind of forward and down. You might rotate a bit more. So you can kind of explore those angles. What I find doesn't seem to work is that if I just crunch down like this. So I'm staying tall, pushing, and sending my hips back, getting a bit of rotation and kind of pressure in. And now my weight's maybe 50-50, so I do have some weight into my knee, but I can kind of find a stretch there, and I can get my knee a little further, come forward. I can kind of work all these different angles. Now I'm getting some pressure to get a little more rotation, and ooh, I feel that right through there. So that's the whole idea, from a slight angle, knee out to the side, sending back, and then I'm looking for some of these angles. So give that a shot for almost any movement, but especially something like this. Your position where you feel what we're looking for might be a little different than mine because our anatomy, our structure might be a bit different. And so there's kind of a range of acceptable techniques, but I want you to explore this. And if it doesn't feel right on the first rep or two, of course, if it feels, painful, if it doesn't feel right, then stop and we'll try something else. But if you just are like, I'm not sure I feel the stretch, then just kind of play around a little bit and look for, hey, where are my hips? Maybe you get a little bend in the back knee or a little straighter back knee, more or less bend in the front knee, a little more rotation, a little more pressure into your knee, of all of those different things to see if we can get a stretch more in the back pocket area than in the crease of the hip.